Hello, folks at Fiveable. My name is Elizabeth Russell, and I'm excited to be able to tell you a little bit about myself and what I might bring to your program. I have been a teacher of AP World and AP Psychology for many years. World history is my baby. I love that it never gets boring. I love being able to point out things that happened before 1200 all the way up to the present day, how this still affects our lives. That history isn't just a bunch of things that happened to dead people centuries ago and who cares. AP Psychology, I love the real world nature of it, that you never have to ask, when are you going to use this? You're going to use it with your family, with your friends, with complete strangers. It's a fantastic course, and I love teaching it to both types of students. I also love watching my students change and grow throughout the year as they encounter new skills and different obstacles. I think there are some things that I do in the classroom that I would really love to see if we could implement on Fiveable, such as I have a resume and interview project that I do with the monarchs from 1450 to 1750. I would love to see if we could adapt that. And my mock Treaty of Versailles Paris Peace Conference, where my students role play different nations and states and look at their agendas and what they accomplished in the pre-war and post-war period surrounding World War I. In terms of review games, my students love Taboo. And I would really like to find a way to adapt that to an online environment where they could play Taboo review games with each other, or the round robin games that I do with my psychology classes, or some of the other things that I do, particularly to help my psychology students understand that knowing the vocab terms isn't enough. You have to apply them to examples in the real world. When we transitioned due to the pandemic, I jumped straight into online teacher mode thanks to my 6 years of teaching experience with online, specifically AP Psychology. So with a good bit of communication with students and their families, the transition was relatively smooth. My students already had experience with using my school website and using Canvas, so they were comfortable with that transition, and I got to add some tools to my box. Our school's kind of stuck in the 20th century, so I'm still working on getting up to date with educational technology, but I loved being able to do Zoom, and I've got Microsoft Teams and Canvas conference experience. I could talk to all of my students as easily as I could a few of them. It didn't faze me at all to be in that environment. And I loved using breakout rooms, particularly for group discussions and for online collaborative writing activities where we tackled pieces of prompts, skills from the rubric. My kids grew a lot through that experience. My AP World kids in particular also grew through Peer Grade IO. Instead of me trying to grade hundreds and hundreds of DBQs, I had them tackle prompts, review each other's work anonymously, and then feed their own feedback and raise flags to me so I could help them change and adapt what they were doing to be more successful in hitting those points on the prompt. I would love to be able to adapt on a week-to-week basis my instruction because I like seeing patterns in things, to be able to look and say, okay, we're all struggling with contextualization, or we're all struggling with things like positive and negative punishment and reinforcement in psychology. Those are two of the most difficult things to really get across to students. I think I could do a great job in a format like this with energy, with excitement, and with tools that perhaps I haven't been able to try much before. I also enjoy very much mentoring students, mentoring other teachers, and helping them to see and think about different ways that they can explain things to themselves or really break it down into pieces that are manageable, especially difficult tasks like essay writing. I was accustomed to my students uploading and performing work in a variety of ways, including most of the Google tools, using Microsoft OneDrive, things that they did on Canvas, Prezis. We did a lot with Prezis to help them adapt a shower curtain project I had done for review to something we could do digitally. So you could still do the shower curtain if you want to take pictures of your work, but I was also able to have them use digital tools for review, and it really helped my students with the AP exam. I'm not going to be able to teach AP World students this year or psychology because my husband and I are making a move to Ohio. So you're going to be my main shot with being able to help kids. And I wanted to let you know that I'm here. My students are the reason that I do what I do. Thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from you soon.